Before I get into this, I want to quickly remind you why I made the last video in the first place. In that video, I shared something very personal. After going low carb, high fat, my cholesterol didn't just rise, it tripled. LDL, ApoB, all of it. And it shocked me because physically and mentally I felt better than I had in years. More energy, less inflammation, better focus, better mood. I wasn't trying to make a scientific argument or attack keto. I was just sharing what happened to me, honestly in real time, and asking a question people don't talk about. What do you do when you feel great, but the numbers tell a different story? I had no idea how many people were facing the same thing until I saw the response. Hello, I'm Pieter. And before anything else, I just want to say thank you. The response to that video honestly overwhelmed me. Hundreds of comments, questions, stories. I learned a huge amount from all of you. Thank you for taking the time to share. And as I went through the comments, a few big themes really stood out. First, there was a lot of confusion. So many different opinions on keto cholesterol, LDL, ApoB, saturated fat, even among doctors and long-time low-carb people. Nobody fully agrees. No wonder the rest of us struggle like this. Second, there's real skepticism towards doctors and pharmaceuticals. Some people do well on statins. Some have terrible side effects. Some trust the medical system. Some don't trust it at all. And after reading the comments, honestly, I understand why people feel this way. And third, we all respond differently. Some people thrive on keto. Some people crash. Some people's cholesterol barely moves. Others see it shoot through the roof. And in my case, I now realize something important. While developing products in my lab, I was eating huge amounts of coconut fat every day. Batch tasting, refining, repeating, over and over. Over the year, I must have eaten kilos of coconut. For someone like me, who may be genetically sensitive, that level of saturated fat almost certainly pushed my LDL and ApoB higher than they would have been on a normal low-carb, high-fat diet. And there's another part that hit even harder. My father was active, fit and thin. He died suddenly of a heart attack at 43. That has lived in the back of my mind my whole life. So when I saw my own results, that fear came straight back. It made everything feel very real. What's important to me, and I want to be clear, is that I'm not walking away from the low-carb, high-fat diet. That lifestyle gave me massive benefits. Higher physical and mental energy, lower insulin, more stable moods, almost no inflammation. Those are high wins for me. I don't want to lose them. I just want to keep the benefits without the things that may drive LDL and ApoB higher. That's why I'm shifting towards a Mediterranean-style, low-carb, high-fat diet. Still high fats, still whole foods, but much lower saturated fat. So for me that means around 100 grams of carbs per day, lots of olive oil, macadamia oil, avocados, more nuts, vegetables and fish. Far less coconut fat and also limiting dairy fat. You could call it a low-carb, high-fat with limited saturated fat, almost a Mediterranean low-carb, high-fat hybrid. To me, it feels sustainable and safe. And to make sure it's working, I'll redo the full blood panel in 3 months' time. This time with clean data. No massive coconut intake confusing the picture. I'm also considering a scan to check plaque and artery health. Either a CAC scan or a CIMT scan. I've never done these before, but after this wake-up call, it feels responsible to get a baseline. When I first saw my numbers, I froze. For almost a week, I stopped exercising. I didn't do anything. I was scared that pushing myself might trigger something. It sounds silly now, but in the moment, the fear was real. By Friday, I felt terrible, physically and mentally, so I made a decision. If something is going to happen, then it must happen, but I'm not giving up exercise. I got back on my bike, pushed hard for 2 hours, and felt incredible afterwards. That ride brought me back to myself. It reminded me that fear cannot run my life. This whole experience made me realize how valuable it is to share the journey openly. The comments, the debates, the different perspectives, they helped me more than I expected. So from now on, I'm committing to documenting this properly. My diet, my training, my blood results, my scans, and my attempt to rebuild my life at 64, one day at a time. I've also changed the base ingredients in the product I'm developing. I've removed coconut and increased macadamia nuts, lots of monounsaturated fats. There's still a little saturated fat from the chocolate, but it's much less than a typical dark chocolate. If you'd like to follow along, please subscribe and let's figure this out together. Thank you.